Hi, folks. Today we're going to talk about the third industrial revolution, which is just about to take place. Now, in the past, we've had two industrial revolutions already take place. One was the invention of the printing press, which got information around the world. And then we had the invention of machinery, which took people and allowed them to use their resources more wisely. Now, we are just about on the verge of the third industrial revolution. And what that'll be is there's a thing called the Internet of Things, and it's the Internet, but at a higher level. In Germany, they've been working on it for the past 10 years, and what it's going to do is allow cars to be operated by computers, so people won't have to be behind the wheel. The highways will be, the infrastructure of the countries will be much better and simpler. See, right now we're working on an infrastructure here in America that's almost 200 years old. You know, the highways are 100 years old. And things are broken. The price for oil, per a barrel of oil, is at an all-time high again. And so that's just not working. It's a broken system, and we're raping the earth to try and get these resources. We're hurting people in order to get these resources, and it is destroying the earth in the process. So we have some very smart people at this time right now that are looking towards the future. And I believe that cannabis, the marijuana plant, the cannabis plant, is going to be a catalyst in the third industrial revolution. Why is that? Well, because of its properties. For example, cannabis is also hemp, and hemp can be used for thousands of different purposes. For example, you can make it into a biofuel that's much more cost effective than oil. Okay.
The seeds made the first drag racing fuel.
Right, right. You can make fuel out of hemp. You could also make these fine clothes. This is all made of hemp. You could also make medicines like CBD oils out of hemp, which cure cancer, diabetes, autism, cystic fibrosis, Alzheimer's, and just a myriad of diseases that are all cured by cannabis. So now that cannabis is becoming legal in Canada in July in this coming year, in a few months, cannabis will become legal. And because of Justin Trudeau being a forward liberal thinker, working well with the other G7 countries like Germany, and creating the Internet of Things with other smart people like Bruce Linton and other smart people in the world, this is just about to happen. And another thing I want to add is blockchain technology. Now, we saw recently with Bitcoin that it's risen and it's actually a valuable commodity, but there was problems, and the problems needed to be worked out. So now those problems have been worked out, and the blockchain technology is going to change everything. It's a whole new way of doing a ledger system that's untamperable, and it puts everyone in around the world as equals. So you'll get rid of this class distinction where you have the 1% being really wealthy and the rest of us being really poor. That's not working either. And so what we have now in this third industrial revolution is also the millennials, these new smart kids that are just coming up right now. And they're saying, you know what, we don't like that broken system. We choose to do it a new way. We want sharing. We want to share information. We want to help our brothers. We want to help our neighbors. It's not the way it was in the past where everyone was an individual and out for themselves and their immediate family and screw everyone else. That doesn't work. It's a broken system. So this new system that we're developing is a sharing system where you share information, you share resources, and you protect the earth. Now, it's going to take changes in people's thinking. I understand that. It's going to take my generation, which, I was born in the 70s. I was raised in the 80s, in the excess period, where everyone thought they were a rock star. You had to have the bigger vehicle that guzzled more gas to get a short distance, to spend more money on a tomato that was brought halfway around the world. It's a broken system. So let's get back to this third industrial revolution, the new way. Now, what I'm proposing is that we as a people quickly come together and we quickly declare a new state of the world address. And that would be that we as a people, we declare no more raping, no more chopping down rainforests, no more fracking for natural gas, no more destroying indigenous people so we can get the resources that are under their feet. It's horrible. So let's come up with a new plan. Okay, Let's all work together as a people. Let's all work together to fight diseases as one, as a world community. Now, this whole one world is about to take place right now because of the Internet of Things and the Internet the way it is today. I'm able to get this information to you wherever you are in the world. You can be in Jerusalem, you can be in Africa, you can be in China, or you can be right here in America or Canada, and I'm able to touch you within a second, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything. So what people are starting to learn is you can do these things from home and leave a zero carbon footprint. Okay, I'm able to sell products by simply posting them online and getting my products out there, all my cannabis related products, and it leaves a zero carbon footprint. This is the future. Instead of the big companies that drained the world and used all this plastic to make these minuscule things, that's a real waste, and it's not working. And it leaves our GPD at like 20%, which is just not feasible, and it's a broken system. So what we're going to do is work together as a one world, and that will be you and me and you and everyone here. And we're going to spread this message out there. We're going to get it to other people and say, hey, what can we do to work together for this new world that we can raise the children wiser? We can teach them better lessons. We can teach them how to survive without being dependent on others. We can be interdependent yet share with others. And it's a wonderful co-op type of relationship that we can be in businesses together. We can be in communities together. We can be in families together. I mean, gosh, when you look at my Facebook family, I have like thousands of friends, that I share a lot of information with. I share photographs and I share how I feel. So this is starting to be the new world. It's not as private as it was in the last century. It's much more open and public. And it's nice, except if you have something to hide, then it's really, you better change your ways fast. That's what I would say. But if you don't have anything to hide, like myself, then you will embrace this. And if you want to position yourself right and learn from the past, then you'll invest in these corporations that are poised for huge growth. See, I'm investing in blockchain technologies and I'm investing in cannabis corporations because I believe they're going to change the world and they're on the forefront. That's why I'm doing this. And it's not for me because I really could care less about money, but it's so I could use those monies, the fruit of the investment, and make the world a better place. I can set up solar panels in Africa, and I can set up little cell towers in Africa so people can communicate around the world and share information. So we can teach them how to best utilize their water resources to plant and give them the seeds with the best genetics so they can thrive. And this way, there won't be starvation. There won't be a need for war because we'll all be working together in a peaceful world community. Already we're seeing peace in the Middle East, but we're also seeing civil unrest because of these oil prices. Over in North Korea, we've seen a great change in the last little while where all of a sudden Kim Jong-un says, hey, wait a minute, we'll get on that cannabis page because cannabis is legal over there. They love this stuff. It's medicine. And that's all been in China for the last 3,000 years. They've been using this good herb as medicine. It's the good stuff. Well, we're going to finish this segment with a little song. This one goes out to all of you beautiful people, and it goes a little something like this. Oh, all you people around the world better get on board. Gonna make it so green, you see what I mean. Hey, all you people better come on down, where it's coming around. Yeah. Now's the time to get on. Now's the time to come on.